The recommended $35 million structural increase to our budget will allow us to invest in some key educational initiatives that we know from research and experience will make a positive difference in terms of academic success for our students and their academic learning. I'd like to walk you through each of those key investments that we're recommending. The first is instructional technology. This would be a pretty substantial investment of about $35 million over the next 5 years. And what I'd like to do is make sure that we put a technology learning device in the hands of every student in the Knox County schools in the next 5 years. Now that device might be a tablet or an iPad or a laptop computer, but the key point is to make sure that every student has a device that becomes their textbook, their notebook, and really their primary learning tool in school. In order to do that successfully, we're going to have to make sure that we have the appropriate infrastructure in place and also the appropriate training and support for our teachers to be able to use that technology as a viable learning tool for our students. The next initiative is expanded performance pay, or what we call strategic compensation. We know from some comparative analysis that Knox County Schools ranks 37th in the state of Tennessee in terms of average teacher salary, and that's just not good enough. We know we need to close that gap. And what expanded performance pay will allow us to do is to target some additional compensation for teachers who are doing the most effective job. Teachers who are seeing great results for students and who are really showing terrific high-quality instruction in the classroom. And it would serve as an incentive and a reward for exactly the types of inputs and outcomes that we want to see from our teaching staff. The next initiative is more instructional time. We know we need to have high-quality instruction in every classroom every day, but I also believe it would be very beneficial for us to have more time in order to provide that high-quality instruction. So the budget recommendation that I've proposed includes expanding our school year by at least 5 days in all of our schools. We know that having additional high-quality instruction and more time for it will make a difference in terms of student success and student learning for our future. We've put a lot more accountability on our teachers with the new teacher evaluation system here in the state of Tennessee. So we want to make sure that our teachers have the support that they need to do their jobs effectively. So the next initiative, Enhanced Instructional Supports for Teachers, will allow us to provide our teachers with the resources and the tools and the support they need to do their jobs effectively and provide great instruction for our students. It involves additional instructional coaches who provide support to teachers and additional lead teachers who can help make the new evaluation system developmental and ensure that we're focused on continually improving the quality of instruction in our classrooms every day. In addition, the budget recommendation would provide for additional student supports, both additional interventions for students who are struggling, but also additional enrichment for students who are doing well. One of the things I think we need to do better as a school system is to ensure that we continue to challenge our students who are doing well to reach their full potential. And this component of our budget proposal would do exactly that. Consistently excellent magnet programs. We know from the experience around the country that magnet schools can be among the most rigorous, attractive, and successful schools in any school district. And we also know from our experience here in Knoxville that our magnet schools can be very successful as well. Beaumont Elementary School, the L&N STEM Academy, the International Baccalaureate program at West High School are just a few examples of how a rigorous and attractive educational program can provide multiple pathways for our students to be successful. We want to make sure that we have consistently excellent magnet programs so that they fulfill the promise of what magnet schools can be, a terrific educational option for our students to find the academic environment which will best support their academic success. The next initiative is expanding our successful Community Schools pilot program at Pond Gap Elementary School to a variety of other schools. The basic idea here is that you expand the school day and provide sort of wraparound services to students and families to minimize the distractions to learning that might be in a student's life. When we can do that, and when we can provide those services, students come to the classroom ready to learn and ready to be successful. So we're looking forward to expanding that concept to a number of other schools beyond Pond Gap Elementary School. Our next initiative, and one that I'm very excited about, is moving to full-day kindergarten. Right now, our kindergarten day ends at 1 p.m., while the rest of our elementary school students go until 2:45 in the afternoon. We know from research that moving to full-day kindergarten will set a strong foundation for future learning and future literacy for our students, and that taking advantage of an additional 300 instructional hours per student per year can really make an impact on the literacy and reading skills of our students moving forward. Finally, this budget recommendation would allow us to make substantial progress in improvement of our school facilities without incurring additional debt. We know we have significant amounts of work to do with regard to maintenance of our school facilities, and we want to make sure that we have a safe, healthy, inviting learning environment for all of our students. So this budget recommendation will allow us to make substantial progress over the next several years in making sure that we have exactly that type of inviting learning environment for our students. We believe that this proposal and all of these initiatives will allow us to move forward to make great progress, to accelerate our efforts and our results for children, and ultimately to meet our ambitious goal of excellence for all children.